Hey everyone, I'm just here to say words have power to your brain, your subconscious mind, and the rest of your body. And here, during my Throwback Thursday E.F.T sessions, is where we put them together. Neuro-somatic, brain, body, put together, work. And E.F.T is how we're going to at least start these sessions. And maybe someday I'll branch out into other modalities. But I'm really excited. I'm getting certified in a bunch of different modalities, including E.F.T. So I wanted to share a little bit of that with all of you. So today's script topic is needing to feel I have control over every detail of my life. And if you want a more extensive explanation, please read the caption. Okay, so we're going to start with just some deep breathing. I like to do box breathing. That's when you count for 4 or for 4 Mississippis, so seconds, in, breathing in, and then you hold it for that same amount, and then you exhale for the same count, and then you hold again for the same count. Thus it's a box because it's the 4 seconds or count of 4 is the same. Okay, so then we're gonna start with the side of our hand, and because there's a meridian point here. If you think about it like acupuncture, it's like a pressure point, and we hit it like this while we're talking, and you can feel free to repeat after me. I'm gonna do it. This one's kind of a long sentence, and we repeat it 3 times. So I'm going to pause between parts of the sentence, and then we're gonna do that 2 more times. Even though I don't have complete control over every detail of my life, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't have complete control over every detail of my life, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't have complete control over every detail of my life, I completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to go back to some deep breathing. And the next part is we're going to tap right at the top of your head, right in the middle, middle going this way and middle going this way, and just kind of like this, or you could do it with one hand like this if that feels better for you, but I like both hands. It feels balanced. So then while we're doing this, I'm going to say a line and you can repeat it if that's helpful for you, or maybe just hearing it is good for you, but I think saying it out loud helps cement it in your consciousness. And technically we're going through the negatives part of this script, so it's going to be statements about what we don't want to continue feeling, or in our lives, or in this case in my life, what I don't want to feel, but I do feel, because just thinking about it and tapping your body kind of helps reduce the intensity of how you're feeling that emotion in your body. So that's where I'm gonna go with this. Okay, so right at the top of the head here, my inner child fear of lacking control. Okay, and then I'm gonna switch to this point right above the eyebrow. And it might feel a little like some different people do it at different places, so I think it's wherever you feel the point the most, but I've found it to be like right here for me. And so when I'm tapping this, I'm gonna say anxiety from lack of control in my life. Also, if it's just a lot, you could just say anxiety. And then I'm gonna move to, it's hard with the glasses on, but I need the glasses to read the script I wrote. But it's right here, like neck beside the eyes. So it's overwhelm from lack of control in my life. And then under the eye, it's about right here, kind of where you feel the bone, or maybe just a little above that. Okay, I have to do this one with the glasses off because they get in my way. Resistance to asking for help. And then I'm going to do that same one under the nose because it's a big one for me. Resistance to asking for help. Okay, and then moving to my chin. So now I'm going to put the glasses back on so I don't have to lean forward so much. So your chin right here, kind of like right there, and some people hit like this if that feels like it's hitting better for you. I generally do this, but it doesn't matter. I'll switch it up. Just show you how you can do it. Attempting to overly control my life. Attempting to overly control my life. And then moving here, I'm doing a little bit of an adaptation. Attempting to overly control every detail of my life. Attempting to control every detail of my life. To overly control every detail of my life. And then, so the last point is the side of the rib, kind of right here. And you can hit it, some people hit it like this, and I tend to go like this just because it's easier for me to reach that way. I have short arms. Okay, so and then I'm gonna say my inner child fear of losing control. And then we begin from the top, so I'm just gonna go through it once without all of the weird interjection stuff. You go through it again, not necessarily with the hand part. So I'm just gonna start with the top of the head through the ribs. Okay. My inner child fear of lacking control. Anxiety from lack of control in my life. Overwhelm from lack of control in my life. Resistance to asking for help. Resistance to asking for help. Attempting to overly control my life. Attempting to overly control every detail of my life. My inner child fear of losing control. My inner child fear of lacking control. Anxiety from lack of control in my life. Overwhelm from lack of control in my life. Resistance to asking for help. Resistance to asking for help. Attempting to overly control my life. Attempting to overly control every detail of my life. My inner child fear of losing control. And then end with some breathing, or another modality like yoga can be a good way to go from here. Have a calming Throwback Thursday.